Hello again. Today we're going to tie this Montana nymph. Really good still water pattern this. I've not really used this in the rivers, but I have used it in the still waters quite a bit. It normally catches fish. It's normally a good little fly. This is a classic old pattern, this Montana nymph. So, without too much waffling as normal, in the vise I'm going to put, this is a size 12 and it's a hook called a Nymph long. It's partridge hook. Partridge hooks, that hook there. Thread, uni thread, 6/0 in black. Really squeaky bobbin, sorry about that. I'm just going to run the thread through the wax to give me plenty of grip to tie this lead in. I've already put some that's 0.40 lead. It's just Vineyard's small lead. We're going to jump to the back with the thread, lock it in, and then whoops, and then I'm just going to run over the lead back and forth, just tying it in. That's fine. And now I'm going to come back to where my thread is hanging level with the barb. Tail is just hackle feather, just a black hackle feather like this one. This is the one we're going to use for the legs and the thorax, but I've just taken one of the bigger feathers towards the top and taken some fibres off. Length, I like to have my tail on this length of the shank. Just going to catch this on. I'm going to run the thread up to the back of that lead, tying the tail in, just like that. Then we're going to take some black suede chenille, just taking some here, and I'm going to pull some of the fibres out the end to reveal the core. There's suede chenille is basically suede spun between two bits of string, and I've taken away the fibres to reveal those string. Just gives me a neater tying point. And now in touching turns, we're just going to come up a few turns. We're going to catch it off nice and neat, and we're going to trim. Now don't throw this piece away because we're going to use it for the thorax. So I'm just going to come in here and just help me with the shape. I'm just going to trim some of this away to try and taper it. Mind your tail when you're doing this. It does take a steady hand, just to try and give me that shape. There we go. Just tapers it a little bit. Put those scissors back. Right, now, do you remember this, the other piece of suede chenille? Well, I've taken it and I've bared the core, basically. We're going to catch this on and we're going to fold it over in a loop, and we're going to catch the other bit on. Tie that in. So I've got a loop, and that's going to be our thorax cover. Now we're going to take some, this is Glow Bright suede chenille in like a fluoro lime green. Oh no, before that, I nearly forgot we've got to tie in the hackle feather. Silly me. So just take this is a small hen hackle. We're going to take this and we'll just tie this on. Just give me some wax. Just make sure it's tied in good. There we go. Now we're going to tie in that other chenille. Again, I've bared the core. You can see the core's white there. I'm going to catch it, run the thread back, and then take it back down to the eye. Maybe 4 turns of this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to run my thread back, and then we're going to catch it. So I'm trying to get it in between the suede to try and get to that string core. And now minding your thread, just try and trim this as close as you can, like that. Bit of wax on the thread again. We're going to try and tidy this area up just a little bit. And come back. And now we're going to wind our hackle up. I'm going to put this in hackle pliers. We all know what's going to happen here. They're going to slip out the hackle pliers at least once. But we'll come round. 1, 2, whoops, there we go. Look, told you. I tell you what, I'm nothing if I'm nothing but consistent, eh? I'm going to come around 1, 2, 3. 3 turns, we're going to catch it off. I mean, I do put wax in those hackle pliers to, you know, in the rubber a little bit to try and help them grip. We're going to trim this tag end of the feather off. Any bits going forward of the eye that you might catch a few, don't worry if you do. And again, have a little tidy up. And then I'm gonna move some of these fibers to the side like that. So I'm just pinching one side, pinching the other side. Bring your thorax cover over. Sweep everything back out your way. You will catch a few fibres, but don't worry, we'll sort it out. Come around with a couple of turns. And now come in front. And again, nice and neat, as neat as you can anyway. Trim this all up. Let's get some other scissors, sharper ones. I'm just going to come in and try and trim some of that away. There we go. And now shift everything back. There's a couple of fibres here that I know I'm going to catch, so I'm just going to get rid of it. There we go. Build yourself a neat little head. And then, as usual, we're going to come in, varnish the thread. A little bit of varnish on the thread there. Come in with a whip finish tool. And whip that off. Nice and tight. Trim. There we go. Got a little bit of varnish stuck in there. And there we have it. There is your Montana nymph. Like I said, this is a great little pattern. I've just caught a fibre there, look. Just one fibre. There we go, that got rid of that. And there we have it. I mean, you can come in with some varnish and just get it over that head. But they can be fiddly, but not too bad. I don't find them too bad to tie. Just making sure we haven't caught any in the eye there. A good way of doing that, by the way, is if you've got a waste feather here, like that, just run the feather through the eye, like that, and anything you've caught in the eye, it will just take away. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed that one. Once again, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.